Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. I, well, just because I can, and I continue with experience 112, blind. Now, I checked the spelling of the word bouillabaisse, so let's try and use that to get into the cook's account. So, his name is Paul Provence, something like that. Paul de Provence. So it's either P.Provence or PD.Provence. So it's Bo base. Incorrect. So I'll try PD Provence with the same password, and if it doesn't work, then it might mean that bouillabaisse is the code to his restricted files. But in that case, I don't think I have his actual password. Let's try again. Base. Incorrect. Well, in that case, I guess I'll move on. I'm trying to get to the Bathyscaphe, but I'm not quite sure where it is, to be honest. I guess I'm going to explore this area anyway, at least if she's willing to actually do it. Because presumably, you know, it'll be something I'm required to do anyway. Now, she has those weird glowing orbs around her, which were given to her by the guy, Lloyd, one of the survivors from the ship, and he referred to it as a creature of some sort. So I don't know if it's one of the tyrate organisms or something else entirely, but it's clearly, it seems to be not really technology, but something akin to magic, pretty much. Not quite sure where I'm going. It's not like I have a great variety of choices here. Although there is like a switch or something to be interacted with here. Okay, she doesn't do anything if I point her in this direction, so I guess it's time to go here. And try to maybe use the switch or something, because as I said, I'm trying to reach the Bathyscaphe, and I can already presume that getting there is not going to be that easy, because I found some information on how to repair the Bathyscaphe, which I doubt is going to be just filler information. I very much suspect I'm going to have to use it to repair it before it's serviceable again.
The bow locker has spare parts. I remember Harry Manja Namrick worked here. Pretty nice guy, but a little too sentimental. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he was also into drugs.
Okay, this is a pretty large section. I'll explore the top part first, at least if I can. There is a locked door over here, but...
Harry Manja Namrick probably marked it in his personal record. I don't have his password.
Ah, but I do, so... Harry Manja Namrick... and the code...
Wait, I have an idea. Dr. Melick must have been the one who gave the bow locker officer his drugs. No one else could have done that. Maybe Melik wrote Namrik's password in his files.
Yes, he did, but I already have it, so there's no point in going through all of that. I just this here.
Thanks. I don't know if we're going to find anything interesting in here.
Well, I don't know either, but have to at least look around. She overlooked a bit over here, but I guess I'll click on this first and see what she does. Is she not interested in any of those? Well, I'll backtrack her here, just to be sure that I didn't miss anything. It's like a spanner or something. She doesn't really comment on that for now. I guess I'll slowly guide her throughout the room, and hopefully she will find something of value eventually. You know, she's just staring at the wall, which isn't too productive. There's something there, like a fuse. Okay, it seems I'm calling her again. There should be a light or something up here. And then this must be near this, so maybe it'll prompt her to take the fuses. I'm not sure, you know, what use they are to me at this point, but surely they will be relevant later.
Fuses. What do I need these for?
Oh, come on. Really? She's not going to pick them up?
These are only bathyscaph parts. A lot of trouble for nothing. Let's not waste our time. Let's leave.
Okay, I am going to be pretty pissed when it inevitably turns out in like 20 minutes or so that I do indeed need those fuses, but there's no way to persuade her of that. I guess I just have to keep searching the place, and when I confirm that I do indeed need the fuse, I will, you know, have to go back. There's also something here. Is this another fuse, or? Oh, I guess she left on her own already. Well, have it your way then. Oh, this is pretty overgrown. I'll have to backtrack to this location later anyway, once I inevitably, you know, find out that I do indeed need the fuses. So for now, let's have her walk here. Those cameras aren't too helpful, to be honest. It's a little bit difficult to see anything. Ah, she's actually walking on the plants. Interesting. I thought she would come out, you know, on a lower part of the actual ship. Well, let's signal her attention just in case, but it does nothing. Okay, anything worthwhile here? Not really. Seems the light in this room doesn't work, but there's a bulkhead here.
Good thing I have my glowworms. Can't see anything in here.
Glowworms.
Can you shed some light on the area map?
Okay, this is... Can I? Not sure.
Lights, please. I need to see.
Okay, I enabled something, some kind of a light, but it's not exactly... It's just like a computer terminal, because the lights themselves do not seem to work. Code to the seabed.
This is the room's fuse box.
Seaboard.
Oh, if I could only re-establish the power. No go. The fuse is dead. Where could I find another?
Oh, where could you find another? Indeed. Indeed, where could you find another fuse? I have no idea. Come on, go back.
Maybe the spare parts in the bow locker?
You think?
I'm updating the objectives.
You think? Really? What makes you think that? That's pretty annoying, to be honest. Because I was just there, and now I'll have to wait for her to... Okay, first I need to wait for her to actually type in the objective. Then I will also need to wait for her to go all the way back. Which, I'm not going to lie, is pretty annoying overall. But in the meantime, I think one of the guys had the code to the seaboard. So let's order her to go here, and in the meantime, I think it was one of the pilots, maybe Linda Manchek. Batiscaf number 2, so that's not it. Mike Lloyd. No access codes. Archives, Batiscaf. Tyree doors. And freezer, vault. And security rooms. Entrance. Assistant robot. Access door. Okay, that's not it either. Open the gate towards the ocean. I think that would be it, right? Because I'm not exactly sure what a seaboard is, but it sounds to me like it would be, you know, an opening into the water from the ship. Hey, are you stuck or what? What's her deal? I'm not going to lie, this is pretty annoying. Let's check if... Well, first of all, let's check what this even is. Yeah, it seems to be an opening into the water, where you would drop the batiscaf, right? So, let's try this. Yep, it has worked, and as you can see, it opens directly into the water, which will be useful later, but for now, she seems to be stuck, so I guess I'll utilize the option I've already used once before, which is to save and then load, because it seems it like resets the AI or something. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that, but there was a file about... Wait, did I read that? Schematics for a bomb? Don't think I did. Strange tale for a simple cook. I think I didn't scroll far enough. This is Mike Lloyd. Discussions I've had with Paul de Provence are enough to make you crazy. One night, as drinks were flowing, he spoke to me about Tirade object, a kind of charm that could regulate the need for hydroxide oxygen. He seems to know a lot about the Tirade's artifact for a simple cook. Due to our advanced drunken state, I can't say if he told me more or if I invented the story. One thing is certain: 112's departure a few days ago, the electrified atmosphere of the Tirade's world and this strange cook led me to believe that they are all linked. I need proof to unmask the cook, so why not take the advantage? So I guess this is about his suspicions of the cook being the traitor, but still, that doesn't exactly help me. I don't remember which one of them had the information about the fuses, but I think it was maybe this guy, because he's responsible for spare parts and tool stores, so he's like an engineer or something, or at least a repairman. Yeah, tank electrical system. The maintenance effort. Every tank is linked with only one giant type fuse. The fuses are located in area E4, level 28, in the following order. So, what is the name of the chamber? What is the number of the bathyscaphe chamber? ZA03, I guess. Or is it? Is there even such a... I don't think there is. 03. CT7B. I don't quite understand that. It would be pointless if I picked up the wrong fuse, but CT6C is here. Ah, okay, maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe I was supposed to click... Okay, I am an idiot, but also kind of confused, because I was supposed to click up, on the other level for her to go up, even though I think it should work by clicking here and then here, but clearly it didn't. Now, I still don't really remember, don't really understand the numeration system of this, because I'm looking for a fuse box for this part, so it would be... The closest designation is this, or CT7C maybe. So the red one? Because this doesn't exist. Because it would be kind of embarrassing and also annoying if I picked up the wrong fuse. But then, how do I even distinguish between them? Like, I'm not sure if they are like named or anything. I guess maybe she will comment on it when she enters the room. I don't think she'll be able to go up here. And also, this isn't really labeled, at least not in a way I would be able to read. I guess she will go up, even though it seems kind of destroyed. Hopefully she can carry multiple fuses and not only one, because if I pick up the wrong one, then I will have to wait for her to go all the way back to install it, and then find out it's the wrong one. Do they... Let me take a look at the files. Maybe I can tell by how they look. So it's supposed to be completely red, if this is the correct one. So it's clearly not this, I don't think. But I think I'm still going to pick it up. Hopefully I can pick up a couple of them.
This one? Alright, I'll trust you. Let's try it right away. Let's go to the bathyscaphe tank. I'll leave the door open. Maybe Lloyd will want to visit the bow locker.
So, will she go on her own? If so, then at least I don't have to click, but I think it's not the right one, actually. But then I think neither is this, because this is blue. And if I understand this correctly, I'm rather looking for red. So, well, at least she'll try it on her own. I don't have to guide her, but... yeah, I don't think this was the correct one. If I even understand it correctly, which, again, isn't really a given. This is blue. I don't really even see more of them. Presumably there are, but this is the same one, just from a different angle. Presumably there are, but I'm not really sure where to find them all. CT7C is, I think, the closest designation, although CT7B is this, so maybe it's this. File 7B would be yellow, but I haven't even seen yellow. I've seen kind of red and kind of blue. Yeah, I have very little idea of what I'm doing, to be honest. CT 6T or 6C? How about this?
Awesome. It works.
Ah, it did work. Okay.
I'm updating the objectives.
Okay. That's pretty good. It didn't look entirely like the one on the leaflet or whatever, but I'm not going to, you know, look a gifted horse in the mouth, as they say. So, what's the objective now? Leave the tanks with the bathyscaphe. Okay. But first, I guess, I'll have to explore this room more thoroughly. I've opened the gate to the sea already.
I suppose there's a desk somewhere from where to navigate this, but where? I can't do much without the lights.
Presumably there's like a control station or something. Okay, she went up there. Which I don't really mind. There's some kind of a switch or something on this side, so let's guide her here.
The bathyscaphs. They don't look good. I'll be lucky if I find one that works.
Ah, so those are the bathyscaphs. They look a little bit different than I anticipated, but then again, it is the 80s, so the technology might be, you know, a little bit different as well. I guess I have to guide her up for her to inspect them. I think I have a code to at least one of them, like number 2 or something. But I would guess the movement system for them would be controlled from some kind of a terminal or like a computer, and not directly from in front of the batyscaph. That doesn't seem to make much sense. Wait, really? Are you really going to go all the way down? I would have thought you would have... No. Is she scared because this is breaking down? Will she go from the other side completely? It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Yeah, I think that's what she's going to do. As I said, that is a little bit annoying, but what can I do about this, really? Not much. Hopefully at least she will say something relevant when she climbs up. I think there's like a terminal up here as well, or something. Well, it seems she said nothing, which I'm not going to lie is kind of disappointing and also annoying, because it takes her a really long time to climb those steps. But I guess it's time to go down again. Well, so I guess I'll go to this room. Maybe it's like a control station or something for the batyscaphs. It's a really weird route to take to get there. Provided she's even going there. I'm not quite sure. Maybe that was just some involuntary random movement on her part. This seems to be some kind of a lounge, or there's like a few sofas and refreshments. I guess she can't enter through here because it's blocked or something. So she's going for this door.
I know Igor Dimitrenko, the computer specialist, worked in the tanks, but I don't know exactly where. Maybe it was here. All these computers. We have to consult his files. Igor managed all the information in the base. He must have known a lot of things. Let's start by locating a station.
I don't think I have Dimitrenko's password.
Best thing would be to access the system under Igor's profile. How to get his password? I haven't read it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think I did either. I have a password for his like restricted files.
I think I remember Igor was friends with Francois Pierre, the ethology lab director. We should look in his files. Who knows? Maybe there are traces of their correspondences. Do you remember Francois Pierre's password? I wrote it on the warehouse laboratory board. It's Tyriads, spelt Tyriades. Use it with the alias F.Pierre, and you'll be able to access his files. I don't really know where you can look. Look through correspondences, maybe. Unless you prefer to consult the sensitive files.
He has a bunch of messages between Dimitrenko, Polybius Square. This still bugs me because this is the password to Pierre's sensitive files, and I still don't get it, because to me it seems to, I've checked this 5 times and it seems to translate to Polyb, but it does nothing. So I don't know, but maybe there's something more. Key to the tank CT07, buried in the boiler's ashes on the upper deck. Okay, this is potentially useful for a little bit later as well. But there's a noob code apparently. Those who, like me, poke their noses. So is Dimitrenko level 0? I guess it's worth checking. What's it? How does it? Dimitrenko. And then password noob. Okay, so is it not this, or did I make a mistake in Dimitrenko? Dimitrenko, and then noob. Or maybe noob. Okay, so it seems I have to get to... Pierre's sensitive files. But the problem is, as I said, I've checked this a bunch of times, and it just doesn't compute, because 3.5 is P, then 3.4 is O, and it's even listed here. PO, then 3.1 is L. So let's open the sensitive file tab. So where is the thingamajig cursor? So it's L, then 5.4 is Y, then 1.2 is B, and then 1.5 is E. I've tried this, it can't be any other way. And it's not case sensitive, so I've tried this a number of times, and like, is this a bug? Or, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So poly B. Yeah, that's 6 letters. So it can't be any other. Like, is this a bug, or am I just like monumentally dumb? I don't quite know, to be honest. Maybe it's just the beginning of it, like poly polybius. It has to be but even if it's just the beginning, then it would be polyb what? Because polybius is spelled differently. It doesn't have the E in there, so I don't know. I guess I'll try polybius. Although if it is this, then it doesn't make sense, because not only it's simply spelled wrong then in the actual email. Damn it, my keyboard is stuck. Like, I don't understand that. Polybius. Okay, that doesn't make sense. I don't understand how this works, because even if this was just the beginning of his password, you know, Dimitrenko describing the method to him, then it was still wrong because it had the E at the end, whereas the actual password Polybius didn't. So okay, I've read this and this about the communication of the thingamajigs, tirades, reminiscent amnesis spy. I haven't read that, I think. If one is to take exception about the supervision of the Eden base, other than the extreme discretion, though I have personally never met the commandant, is having underestimated the threat of the reminiscent amnesis, brotherhood to our activities. There was once a time, not too long ago, where the idea that the sect could have embedded a spy in our ranks would make the staff captain smile. Alas, so many elements have now come to support this thesis. I believe it is therefore useful, even urgent, to undertake a review of all the scientific and administrative base personnel in order to identify as quickly as possible those seeking to betray us. Here is my own evaluation. I have attributed to each a possibility queue ranging from 0 inoffensive to 5 suspicious. So Mike Lloyd is 5, which is interesting because he's the only one with such a rating. Oh no, Abdullah Malik is 5 as well. But it's interesting that Lloyd is 5 because Lloyd himself seems to think that Provence, the cook, was the traitor. So is it like a bluff? Is he protecting himself, or I don't know? But interestingly, Nichols herself is 4. There was some shenanigans with her admission to the base, so I recognize that it could have been viewed as suspicious. Private key. Authors Dimitrenko. Here is the private key I've generated to protect my passwords. Careful not to forget it. It is Blaise, the first name of the philosopher Blaise Pascal. Or more likely the mathematician Blaise de Verger, responsible for the first inscription system that required a password. The key should work with this. The grid. Okay, so now I need to find the thingamajig description of how to actually decipher this, because I didn't do that with what's his name, Abdul Malik, because I simply guessed his password instead of decrypting it, because I was not about to be bothered with it. But this time it's not going to work. So I think it was in the files of Malik himself. Although maybe it's here. Because it would be annoying if it's in a different folder altogether. Although it's not as annoying, I can remember that just the password Blaze. It's the same as the name of the author of the code. So I guess I'll look for the method of decryption, which, as I said, I think it was in Malik's emails or files. Abdullah Malik, validate. Files. Okay, it's not here, I don't think. So, was it perhaps Pierre? He had something to do with the code as well. Essentials of cryptology, because there was like a whole separate file about Blaze. Authors Dimitrenko. Yeah, but there was a separate file about how to use the grid, because, to be honest, I don't remember.
To put the bathyscaphe at sea, we must use the crane and open the entrance lock. The officer in charge of the stowage deck was Kim Lan Lee.
I did open that already, but what I'm confused about now is trying to... Who else could it be? Maureen, maybe? I remember a distinct file about the decryption method. Failures. I don't have Kim Lan Lee's thingamajig, secret password to sensitive files. But where was the description of the decryption process? Namrik, maybe? No, it was one of the earlier ones, I feel like. Kim, my love. I don't think she has, he has the code to her secret files. Or maybe it was Lloyd. I don't think so. I think it had to be one of the earlier ones, as I said, because it was a while ago. Algon? I found it first when getting to Malik's files, but I decided, I simply guessed his password instead of decrypting it. Language pack, not here either. Leonard? Apparently I don't have his sensitive file password either. Damn it, I wasn't checking the... okay, that was a mistake. I wasn't checking the mails. So let's go back to... I guess Maureen? Because I think it was Melik, but I might check Maureen as well. Urgent security... Okay, that's not it. How about a Melik? Yeah, cryptography. Okay. So, I know where to look for it, but I will do the actual decryption next time, because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and actually end it here. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!